Good evening. I almost said good afternoon. I'm not used to the sun shining in the evening. So, my name's Scott Schennerline. I'm the Executive Director of Wheeling Heritage. Thanks for being here tonight. The staff and I were sitting around the other day in the office, and we said, what do you think? Let's give out some money this week. So here we are. We're really excited, so thanks for coming. As always, this can't be possible without our sponsors, so we want to go through them and thank everybody. Thank you so much to Oric for all they do for us and have done for us for a long time. So thank you very much for being our lead sponsor. I'd like to also thank our friends of Show of Hands, Dave and Beth Weaver with Wheeling Volkswagen and Subaru, Dr. and Mrs. Dan Joseph with Joseph Orthodontics, Brian Joseph with Touchstone Research Laboratory, Fuzz and Barb LaRue, H. Lawrence Jones and Sue Blevins, Kennan and Ken Rillers, Warwood Armature, Rabbi Joshua Leaf and Rebecca Leaf, Will and Tracy Torini, Bridgeway Capital, FXB, Steve and Jackie Johnston, Thrive Wheeling and Play and Stay Pet Camp, and all of our anonymous donors. It wouldn't happen without you. Thank you so much. So last time we did this, we had a little surprise. Because it's our 10-year anniversary, as you can see, we're still celebrating that all year long here at Show of Hands. We have another little surprise tonight, and so I'd like Alex Panis to come up and tell you about this little surprise we have. Thanks for being here. We're looking forward to a great evening.
Hello, how's everyone doing tonight? Good. Great. Well, if you were here at our last Show of Hands, you know that we gave out a big $10,000 check. I'm here tonight to report that that will not be the case, unfortunately, but I'm excited because we get to honor someone who's worth $10 million, in my opinion, and that is Michael Biella. He's been on our Show of Hands committee since the very beginning, so 10 years, several Show of Hands. He's been there through it all. And I just wanted to before I get into him, I wanted to just highlight and show you some photos from the very first Show of Hands. It's interesting to look back at where we started in a musty little church, and now we're here at the Artisan Center to accommodate such a larger crowd. And as the landscape of Wheeling has changed and business has grown, it's interesting to me that this event has largely stayed the same in format. We still have live music at the beginning. We still have people deliberating over who they're going to vote for. And we have amazing support from Oric and always a great showing of local businesses. And I believe, I can't see the screens, but on the last slide, there should be a picture, and if you look really close, you'll see Michael in the background serving up food. He will always do whatever we ask him because he is an angel, and we love him. So I'm excited to recognize him tonight. He's one of those many people in Wheeling that are instrumental to our revitalization. When Michael isn't volunteering on our Show of Hands committee, he works as the marketing assistant at the Wheeling Conventions and Visitors Bureau, where he manages their website, and as part of that, he maintains their digital directory of all of Wheeling's businesses, as well as the community events calendar. And if that's something that you've never checked out before, I encourage you to do so. It's not just a valuable resource for people visiting town, but for those of us living here, it's a great way to stay connected and know what's happening every weekend and every week. So be sure to check that out. He also shares content on the CVB's social media and several other things. Outside of his work, he's also deeply passionate about our community. And one of the things that he has done over the last several years is he's been involved with the Wheeling Polka Festival. He was instrumental in bringing the first Wheeling Polka Festival to Wheeling. And it started in the McClure Hotel, and it's now expanded to a full weekend of events up at Ogilvy, and it just celebrated its 11th year. So a lot of effort and time and love put into the community. And he also gives just as much effort and love and care to his family. He's a family man. If you see him around town when he's off the clock, he is most likely with his family, and they're here tonight. over there in the back table. And we're just so excited to have him here. We're excited to have his family here, and we're excited to take a moment to recognize him. The work that it takes to work in tourism and community development and just working in the community in general is often a hard and sometimes thankless job, and it really takes someone who loves the community to keep showing up time after time to put on events like this or any of the other events that are going around town. And Michael is certainly one of those people that makes our community special. So let's give him a round of applause and come up here, Michael. We have a little present for you. I don't know if you want to say anything.
Hey, thank you all. I was totally surprised by this. I was wondering why my whole family was here, but yeah, it's been great being with the Show of Hands community for 10 years now and being able to support all these great local businesses. So just happy to be here and happy to support Wheeling any way I can. So thank you all very much.
All right, so let's get to the reason why we're all here tonight. We are here to listen to 4 local businesses vie for your votes. How many of you have been to a show of hands before? Raise your hand. All right, a lot of returning customers. Who's brand new tonight? All right, thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. We hope you come back time after time. Bring a friend next time. So for those of you newbies, here's how it's gonna work. We have 4 businesses, 4 business owners that will give 4-minute presentations. After their presentation, we will have time for about 3 questions from the audience, and then we will allow you to collect your votes, or we'll collect your votes and count them, and whoever gets the most gets a big check at the end. So thank you again for being here, and we will play the video for Autumn Dobbs, our first entrepreneur of Butter Me Up Cookie.
I'm Autumn, and I'm the owner of Butter Me Up Cookie. So I'm a little different than the other cookie decorators out there. I make a butter cookie, and it is my personal recipe that I made. I use a royal icing, and most of my designs are freehand. All of them are personalized, so it would be personalized fundraisers, personalized events, personalized birthday parties. I am doing cookie classes. Actually, no, I did not like baking at all when I was a kid. My mom will tell that story a lot when she would ask me to make a cake with her. But I don't know, I have a lot of kids and we like to play around in the kitchen. So we came up with this, and only my kids and fiance know the recipe, so. Wheeling is known as the friendly city for the residents' generosity, and I personally, as a small business, have discovered that firsthand. People in Wheeling have welcomed this business and the cookies even when they're going through hard times with all that construction downtown. They were more than willing, without hesitation, to let me come in and sell in their businesses. And through cookies and baking, I would like to give back to those businesses and the Ohio Valley area.
Hi, I'm Autumn from Butter Me Up Cookie. I am a self-taught cottage baker, which means I do not have a storefront. I do a hand-decorated butter cookie, and I use royal icing, which means my cookies are completely customizable. I provide a premium cookie that will give any event, no matter how big or small, an elite feel at an affordable price. I always wondered how far I could take cookies. Since Christmas, my cookies have been put in 3 businesses, and I've hosted 4 cookie decorating classes and done hundreds of personal orders. Now it's my turn. I'd like to give back with the Cookie Crawl. It's an event that will not only benefit Butter Me Up Cookie, but also Wheeling's small businesses and the community. The idea came from Dairy Queen Free Ice Cream Cone Day. We're a blended family with 5 kids, and our kids absolutely love going to Dairy Queen and getting their free ice cream cone. The morning of the free ice cream cone day, the kids are like, the day is gonna drag on. We just want school to be over so we can go get our ice cream. We load the car, we get there, we have our treat. We love seeing all the families go in and enjoy the event as well. So we thought it would be awesome if we could do a free cookie day, but I wanted it to showcase small businesses in Wheeling, Wheeling's history, and give the community a fun activity. So the cookie crawl would be a citywide event that participants would travel around Wheeling. They would take a group photo at an assigned landmark. They would take that photo to an assigned small business and receive a free cookie and repeat that process. Participants will travel around the Wheeling area that we take for granted every day. The photos would serve as a time capsule of their adventure with the historical landmarks. Businesses would benefit from free marketing in the community and new customers walking into their store during this event. Each business has their own social media following, which will make social media advertising endless. Another bonus was with the money, I wanted to go to these small businesses and purchase items from their business and use it as a raffle. If you're out and about and you wanted to grab a coffee or have lunch or buy a necklace from a store, you bring me your receipt and I would put you in a drawing for a raffle. I have no idea how many small businesses are in Wheeling, but I can tell you how many Walmarts are in the entire valley, and that's pretty sad. Starting in January, I did everything I could to get my name out there. I emailed, I stopped in places, I dropped off samples, I started hosting classes. I had 3 small businesses take a chance on me. Amy from VC Wares literally said, I have no interest in cookies, but I like you, and we love supporting women-owned businesses. Libby from Table 304 and Sarah from the Public Market have been very welcoming to my business, even when they're being affected from the construction. These businesses opened my eyes to how important it is to work together as a community, and that's what makes this the friendly city. The grant would showcase numerous small businesses, but also Butter Me Up Cookie. Without me having a storefront, the only way I can advertise is Facebook and word of mouth. Once you try my cookies, though, that's all it takes. And this event would accomplish both of that plus more. To host an event this size, I would need to upgrade my equipment. The most important things would be like a deep freezer and cookie racks. This is all stuff that I can use in the future, though, to host other events and accommodate large cookies. I want to end with this. There are so many great small businesses in this room tonight that deserve a chance, but by voting for Butter Me Up, you aren't only saying yes to me, but a countless number of small businesses, including all the ones talking tonight in this room.
Okay, we have time for a few questions from the audience. Raise your hand if you have a question and then wait for one of our helpers to come over. There's 2 over there. All right, a couple over there.
Thank you.
How many businesses would be involved?
So on the surface, with like the $4,000, we've calculated that 6 businesses could receive about 100 cookies, but depending on the amount of money raised, that could change. But that's just on the surface. When you delve deeper, I reached out to businesses that said yes to me first. So that was Public Market, Table 304, and VC Wares. Those 3 businesses alone hold 88 other vendors and small businesses just in those 3. So by using those 3, that's also incorporating 88 other small businesses. So really the number could be endless. It's just whoever wants to participate, I can adjust the numbers. But yeah, just with those 3, there's 88. Over here. Oh, sorry.
Do you have a timeline in place for when you want this event to be? And does the streetscape project affect that timeline at all?
No, the street project does not. And I talked to a couple of the small businesses, and they said that I wanted to do it when they're slower. So they said that August was like a slow month for them. So that would ideally be when I would like to host this to get them more business during that time.
Thank you. Do we have any questions on this side of the room? Yep, I've seen a hand over there.
What would the cost to somebody who wants to take this tour be? What would the cost to someone who wants to take this tour be?
It's free. Nothing. The people participating pay nothing, and the small businesses pay nothing.
All right. Thank you very much. Let's have a round of applause.
Thank you.
All right, next up we have Travis McBride, owner of Big Retro Game Shop.
My name's Travis McBride. I'm the owner of Big Retro Game Shop. We're in the heart of Wheeling Center Market. We carry every kind of video game from Atari all the way up to like new age games. On a normal day, we have all of our game systems set up. You can pick any game from the wall. You can sit down, you can play. If you want to set up a card table and play, you're more than welcome to. We do all card-based games, Pokemon, you got old sports cards as well, Warhammer. We run D&D every Saturday, and it's free for the community. Kids and adults of all ages are more than welcome to come, and it's just a fun time. Yeah, so our whole end goal, honestly, for this business is, yes, we love to be able to talk and sell video games, talk about Pokemon and stuff like that, but we wanted to build something for the community where kids and adults can feel safe in an environment where they can be who they want to be and not feel judged for it. So I think we lucked out when we got in the center market. There's not a lot of stuff like this around for like kids and adults that actually enjoy video games and tabletop gaming, and we thought we could fill that. And Wheeling's just growing, and if we get to be a part of that growth, that would be awesome.
Hello. So I'm Travis McBride. I'm the owner of Big Retro Game Shop. And I'm very, very happy to be here. I'm very excited to talk about what we're going to be doing there. So at Big Retro Game Shop, we're more than just a video game shop. There's plenty of those around. We have main marketing ones like GameStop and stuff like that where everyone can go pick up a game. There's a Walmart around every turn to pick up games, but we're more than that. We are actually a community that strived in the love and the joy of tabletop gaming and video games in the community. And with your guys' help, we'd be able to provide the community with more time, a place to come, tabletop games for kids and adults of all ages, and just a place to actually be able to do that. We're actually working on a few things. We work with the Ohio County Library right now. There's a Mario Kart tournament tomorrow that we're actually hosting. View 42 at the end of this month, we're going to be hosting a tournament there as well. We just talked to Mugshots, and we're going to be doing a card tournament over there as well. And we just think this is just something that's super fun for kids and adults to enjoy. I remember, I want to say I was 6 years old, waking up on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day and getting a Sega Genesis and just remembering that memory that just hits me still today, how vivid it was. And I feel like a lot of people actually have those kind of memories. And like now when we walk into the store, I get to see grown adults my age remembering that same experience and expressing it and showing their kids like, this is what I grew up with. And it was so awesome to see that. And now we get to provide that to this wonderful community. And I think that's what we're going to continue to do. We just need a little bit of help. And with if we would win, it would allow us to extend our hours for longer periods of time to stay open, which would provide the community longer times to actually come and enjoy a little bit of gaming. Every Saturday, we run Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know if a lot of people know what that is, but it's a way to express who you want to be and what you want to be in a very, very safe environment. And that's like our whole main goal is just to provide that for this community. So we're actually working on two different things that's going to be coming up. One's going to be our Pokemon League, which is going to invite kids and adults to come in. You get Pokemon cards for free. You set up a deck, you play, and you win badges like we used to at Toys R Us when we were growing up. And that was something that I remember I used to collect every little one that came in. And I was like, man, look how cool, and showing this to all my friends at school. And we get to relive that today. And another one that we're setting up is actually going to be our Pokemon Go League, which every once a month, we're going to all get together. We're going to walk around the city, visit other businesses, which will be considered Pokestops on the game. And we'll get to battle and join other people in the game, but also visiting other local businesses as well. So with a little bit of your guys' help, I think we can make this thing happen. Until then, we're always open, and you guys are more than welcome to come visit us. Just sit down, pick up a game, pick up a board game, and just play. Thanks.
All right, who has questions? Raise your hand, raise it high. See one all the way over there by the window?
I have a question about, like, so do you sell the video games and sell the Pokemon cards too? Or is it just a spot where people play the Pokemon games in Dungeons and Dragons? I just kind of want more details on that.
So we're actually a buy, sell, trade, repair shop. Like, that's first most. But what we want to do, we want to expand into the community to just build a safe space for individuals to come and play.
Okay, thank you.
Any questions on this side of the room? All right, going once, going twice. All right. Oh, wait, all right, there you go.
You said the funding would help you basically extend your hours, correct?
Correct.
How do you plan to, how does that translate? I guess I'm trying to figure out how does that translate into longer hours? Just a better understanding of what you plan to do with the funding.
So we've already changed our hours from, it used to be 10 to 5. We exchanged it to 12 to 8. So it gave people who had like single parent families that kids are getting off the school bus, has a place to go, and they can actually play until their parents get off of work. And by us providing a longer period of time, we're trying to register with the city to become actually a safe space, just like the library and schools. So it provides a place for safety.
Round of applause for Travis. Oh, wait. Oh, sorry.
Is there like a rental fee or something, or you just make money from your selling and repairing?
So we sell online as well as in store, but no, there's nothing. You can come pick up anything that you want. If you have a group of friends that want to come in and play, or you have a family that remember playing game nights when you guys were younger, you're more than welcome. Come set up a table and come play.
All right, now we can have a round of applause for real. Sorry I missed your question. You're like right behind the pole. It's like perfectly situated from here. Okay, next up we have Ashley Sutton of Moonlight Intimate Apparel.
I'm Ashley, and we are in Moonlight down in Center Market in Wheeling. So I opened Moonlight with the idea that I wanted a place where everybody could find something that made them feel good about themselves. We do size-inclusive lingerie. If it comes in a small, it has to come in a 1X for us to carry it here. And then on top of that, we also started recently doing the vintage section. So I have pieces that are as early as the 1800s. I have a beautiful robe that was from the 1800s. And then some of the pieces that we have are anywhere from 1920s to 1970s. So it's pretty incredible to go through and see how things have changed through the decades. And we also have all the information on it. I'll put on the little hang tags on it, you know, who the maker was, what era it's from, what company made this. And like sometimes we'll put little fun facts about the companies too, because some of the designers of these pieces were just incredible, strong women. And I really like to showcase that when we're showing off these pieces. I mean, Wheeling is all about keeping an eye on the past while looking towards the present and the future. And so I wanted to lean into that because, like I said, Wheeling is all about like preservation, and that's what this is. It's restoration and preservation of the past and kind of seeing how it meets the future and the present.
Hi everybody, I'm Ashley from Moonlight, and my store is a size-inclusive lingerie store. It's located in the heart of the historic district down in Center Market. Recently, I started a vintage Vixens collection, and what it is I restore lingerie anywhere from the 1920s to the 1970s. There's a few 80s pieces in there, but when it comes to restoration and preservation of these pieces, I mean, these pieces are made incredibly well. And if I wasn't restoring them, it's a shame because now, and we live in a time of fast fashion. We live in a time where 3 out of 5 things that we buy online are thrown away. And these pieces are works of art. I mean, I have a 1960s Christian Dior piece over there that the lace would have been made by hand. The roses on there were hand painted. I mean, like I said, these are wearable works of art. And for me, it's really, that is the passion. That is where I found what I like to do. That is what made me interested in having a lingerie store in the first place, was seeing like these amazing styles that gave women confidence. It went from something that was made to be originally utilitarian, plain cottons, something that was easily washable, to turning into like things of beauty. And even nowadays, with all the technology we have, we cannot recreate these pieces. Some of these materials are not made anymore. They're not, and they weren't mass produced. A lot of these pieces were sewn by hand. The lace was made by hand, and I can tell you, I've watched how they do it, and I'm always in awe of how they do it. And when it comes to preservation of these pieces, I work really hard to make sure that they get as close to the originals as possible. I think it's a great way of almost being able to time travel a little bit. A really good example of this was when I first started the Vintage Vixen section, I had a client come in. She was just looking for a nightgown for her 50th anniversary. And she came in, went back to the vintage section, and she found a peignoir set that she had worn on her wedding night 50 years ago. And it was amazing to me to see how excited and happy she was about that, because this stuff isn't just clothing, it's memories for people. We remember our moms, our grandmothers wearing these beautiful flowing gowns and things. And seeing her get so excited about something like that really made me love this more. And I like to think that when she went home that night and showed her husband, she got to be 21 again. And it got to be her wedding night all over again. I mean, it really is like time travel. Now, when it comes to the restoration of these pieces, it is a pretty time-intensive process. They take anywhere from an 8 to 10-step cleaning process alone, and that's not counting the restoration. When it comes to the materials I source for the restoration process, I try to use vintage materials as much as possible. I source the vintage threads, the buttons, the lace. I try to keep it as period as I can. Sometimes I do have to use modern materials, but I like to keep it authentic because once these pieces are gone, they're gone. Like I said, you can't remake them. And I don't want to ever make them over. I want to just make them look alive again because they've already lasted for decades. Some of the pieces over on my rack were anywhere from 1920s to 1980s. Some of these pieces are 90 plus years old and still totally wearable today. And when it comes to me finding these materials, even the pieces that I need to fix or even the pieces that are unfixable don't just get thrown away because a lot of times that's what most things get tossed now. I will actually take off the buttons, the lace, the trims, and I harvest those pieces in order to restore the pieces that need the little bit of help so that it's not just getting thrown away, it's not getting added to a landfill. And if I win the funding today, a lot of it is going to go towards the materials I need for these restoration process, as well as there's a company that makes a special washing material that I purchase a lot of. If you get a contract with them, they will actually come to your hometown and teach other people how to restore vintage clothing. And I think that's fantastic. And like I said in my video, wheeling's all about preservation of the past while looking at the future. And that's what these pieces are. They're a timeline for fashion history. And I think that that's the most important part of it. You can see where we come from and how those styles have affected the things that we wear today.
Anyone have a question?
Yes, where do you get most of your vintage clothing? Like online or just estate sales? Or?
I do a lot of estate sales, and then the vintage community is wonderfully helpful. There's so many people that I've made friends with, I suppose is a good way to put it, that we have mutual interest in things. So I will reach out to that community and I'll say, hey, this is what I'm looking for if you happen to come across it. And we will actually help each other out in that way. I have a friend in Nevada. She does vintage shoes. So if I come across any cool things, I'll send them to her and I'll ship them out to her. And it's a great way to kind of work together without, having to travel all that way. But I will travel for it as well. I've gone as far as like 2 or 3 hours before. A lot of it comes from collectors as well. They'll call me and say, hey, I see you restore these pieces, or people who are just getting rid of some stuff they have. I've seen you do it. I would like to see these pieces get some love and not just get donated or thrown away. I would like to see them brought back to life, and they'll get a hold of me and I'll buy it from them as well. So pretty much from all over the place, as much as possible.
There's a hand over here.
Can you talk a little bit more about size inclusivity and why that's important to you in your shop?
As a formerly plus-size woman, I was a size 26, 28 prom dress, if that helps. But I lost about 150 pounds, and even during that process, I realized that it was really awkward shopping in places where there weren't things in my size. Even when I was plus size, I felt different when I went to places. So when I say my shop is size inclusive, we don't have a plus size section. That doesn't exist there. It's all together. If we have it in stock, at least for the modern things, it has to at least come in a 1 to 2X for us to purchase it. I cut out the industry standard of charging extra for plus sizing as well, because I feel like that's just a way to make people feel different. And I don't want people to feel different. I want them to feel included and, excited to be shopping for things and not awkward or buying the wrong size because it's $5 cheaper. And, because I did that myself. I put a lot of things back and got the size under because I could save a little. And I don't want people to feel like that. I just want them to feel beautiful. That's the point of lingerie and intimate apparel. It's to make you feel good about yourself and confident. And you can't do that if you feel like you're being excluded.
One more question over here.
So what goes into the restoration process?
First, we do the inspection, and then after the inspection, I will do about 10 steps of washing. It involves a couple pre-soaks. I use specialty cleaners for things too, because some of these delicate materials, like I said, I've restored pieces from the 1800s up, and you need special cleaning supplies for that. After the 10 steps are done, I will actually go back through, re-inspect, and then do it all over again if I need to. After that, we do the research on the piece. I find out what materials were used to make it. I find out what types of things it needs done to it, and then I start sourcing the products I need in order to restore it as closely as to the original as I can. I've had projects take a couple hours, and I've had projects take a few days before. I think the one on my mannequin, the Christian Dior, that was about 8 to 10 hours of work on that one, but totally worth it. It's very time intensive, and that's why if I win this funding also, I'll be purchasing things that will help me a little in that process.
Great. Round of applause for Ashley. All right, our final presenter of the night is Jason Koegler from the Public Market, our neighbors right across the street.
I'm Jason Koegler, Executive Director of Grow High Valley, and we're at one of Grow High Valley's entities, the Public Market. The Public Market came to be because downtown Wheeling was classified as a food desert. There were no grocery stores or access to a healthy food in this area. And so the Public Market, which is a publicly funded grocery store, full year-round farmers market, was founded in 2019 and has been serving the community ever since. So in the Public Market, you can find over 70 different vendors, either farmers or local food producers, that have a variety of goods that you see here today. But something that we've been hearing from the community is that wouldn't it be great if we incorporate those local products, healthy products, into juice products or smoothies? And we don't want to compete with anybody, but what we realized is that not only is there a food desert in Wheeling that we helped try to solve, but there's also a smoothie desert, if you will. So we envision a time where the Ohio Valley diet is complete with DeCarlo's Pizza, Coleman's Fish, and Grow Ohio Valley smoothies.
Good evening, Wheeling. My name's Jason. I serve as the Executive Director of Grow Ohio Valley, a nonprofit organization based here in Wheeling, West Virginia, with a mission to improve and support a regional food system where farmers flourish and local healthy food is accessible for all. The Public Market is an initiative, like I said in the video, of Grow Ohio Valley and operates as an indoor, year-round farmers market and natural food store, which opened its doors right over here in 2019. with its eye on eliminating a USDA classified food desert to support opportunities for regional producers. So what is a food desert? It's an urban or rural area without access to healthy food. And a healthy diet is a proven ingredient into a person's overall well-being. So think about downtown Wheeling before 2019. Where did people without transportation go to buy groceries or have access to any food at all? It would be places like 7-Eleven, which have limited healthy food options. Think about Wheeling Island right now. What options do they have for a healthy diet? So the public market's mission is to create economic opportunities for local farmers and producers. And since its founding, customers have had the opportunity to purchase products from over 70 different vendors that we call hyper-local. So like right in our immediate area. For example, syrup made in Brooke County, apple butter made in West Liberty, honey made in Wheeling, pasta made in Rayland, eggs produced at Wheeling Park High School, and even Butter Me Up cookies. So ladies and gentlemen and fellow entrepreneurs, we are here tonight to let you know that there's another type of desert in town. It is, yes, the smoothie desert. There are very few options for a healthy juice or smoothie here in Wheeling, and so we put our heads together and we got our creative juices flowing. Okay, and I'm thrilled to stand before you today to present our innovative idea for a smoothie bar that has the potential to revolutionize the health, wellness, and overall happiness of our area. You see, if you've traveled outside of our area and places all over the world, smoothies are very popular. And in fact, the global smoothie market has experienced steady growth in recent years. Why? Because people are super busy and they are also more health conscious. So items like smoothies have become people's go-tos. It's also a $4 billion industry with increasing sales every year. So imagine a world in Wheeling where everyone has access to fresh, nutritious, and delicious smoothies made from the finest local ingredients, which we would provide. And that's the vision behind our Juice and Smoothie Initiative, a product designed to make healthy living more convenient and enjoyable for people of all ages. Our machine is not just a $5,000 juicer, it's a game changer. And an investment in our product would provide a 4-to-1 return on investment. Number one, juice and smoothies qualify for SNAP purchasing, and we offer a 50% discount on everything SNAP at the public market. Number two, the more people we bring in the store with unique items like this juice and smoothie bar, the more our local vendors have a chance to thrive, like Butter Me Up cookies. The more sales we generate from, number three, the more sales we generate from the projects like this, Grow-Ohio Valley is in a better position to meet its mission. And finally, we can offer an awesome product for this community that feels like it's a need. So we appreciate your support and just wanted to reflect on it real quick. In 2014 was a really special year with places like Vagabond, Wheeling Brewery, Wheelunk, and Grow-Ohio Valley were founded. Also, this event was founded as well. And so we're hopeful that in 10 years from now, people will look back and remember when the smoothie revolution at Wheeling began. Thank y'all.
Who has questions?
Are you just going to have the plain old fruit juice and ice smoothie? Or are you going to have yogurt smoothies and the other more healthy, more hearty, much more delicious smoothies?
Everything's on the table. We would probably do some sort of community survey to see what everyone would want to have. But the juicer that we've identified has the power to do all things. One thing that we want to prioritize is to use as many locally produced products as possible, including the produce that we grow at Grow-Ohio Valley.
I saw a hand back here.
Actually, we're in your location because I am a huge fan of a public market. Where would be the location that you would have this put in there? Where would you?
We're thinking there would be somewhere adjacent to the kitchen that we currently run that serves a breakfast and lunch. Mm-hmm.
We have time for one more question. Anyone else? Maybe on this side of the room? Going once. Going twice. Did I miss any hands? Someone yelled at me if I did. All right, round of applause for Jason.
Thank you.
All right, y'all have a tough job of picking one of those four presenters, but I'm sure you will make the right choice, whatever that may be. You'll have one song while the amazing Jason Truman plays to come up and cast your vote. But before you do that, I just want to remind you of a couple of other events we have going on here at Wheeling Heritage this week. It is a crazy week, crazy good. So in addition to this lovely event, on Friday at 6 o'clock in our gallery downstairs, we have partnered with YNST Magazine to host New Traditions, which is a gallery featuring all kinds of Appalachian art. Definitely come check that out. We'll have live music, light bites, fun for all. Looking forward to seeing you then. And then on Saturday, our volunteer organization, Volunteer Wheeling, will be hosting Fido Fest, which is a dog-themed festival at Wheeling Park from 11 to 4. Hope to see you at both or one of those events. So I'll leave you to it. Have fun voting.
Where I'll be partnering with Public Market. What I do is transfer what I learned about hydroponics when I worked on NASA projects and help incorporate that into elementary through college classes. One of my first projects was I was invited to speak in Toluca, Mexico, about what NASA was doing to grow plants in extreme environments. What was amazing about that project that lit me on fire to do hydroponics is that anybody can do it, and people in Mexico were using hydroponics to get basic food on the table. So hydroponics can help you teach science, technology, engineering, and math. It can be fun, it produces food, and I'm here to let you know that if you partner with me, I go for grants, and we get things funded. Thank you.
Ooh, you was almost the first one. Woo, I was getting ready. All right, next up for our community announcements, I apologize if I destroyed. Oh, it's my man Corbin. Corbin Lanker from Budding Wheeling. Come on up.
How much time do I have? 1 minute. Got it. Hey, everybody. I'm Corbin. I'm up here. If you don't know me, I am the manager of the Budding Wheeling program, which is a project of Grow Ohio Valley. Just before I was here, it's good that you're in the audience because just before I was here, I was sweaty and outside because I was growing flowers, and those flowers are for you. And I want you all to have those flowers. The reason why I'm up here is because this summer, we are going to be selling flowers. Budding Wheeling is a program that collects local Wheeling youth, and we teach them business skills. So we teach them how to start their own small business and then show them the process with actually having a little business of our own selling flowers. The one thing that I want all of you wonderful small business owners out in the audience to know is that we will have a summer business CSA. So we will deliver a beautiful, fresh, locally grown bouquet of flowers to your business in downtown East, South, Center, Wheeling. So please sign up for our 8-week CSA delivered to your business and have wonderful locally grown flowers. I have flyers for you. We love you.
Man, almost got another one. Next up, it's my man Bennett McKinley with Meet Me in the Alley. Come on up.
Hi, my name is Bennett McKinley. I used to be known as the Alley Guy 10 years ago, meaning I met people in the alley, I took pictures of them, it was gray and white. You may know someone that still has it as their social media profile picture. It's been 10 plus years. I am no longer a photographer. However, I would love to recapture that slice of life that I got in 2014 with Wheeling. There were people that just participated that really grew my understanding of what Wheeling is as a whole. So what I'm doing is I am restarting that project. That project captured 1,132 people in the alley in 2014. I would love to surpass that this time around. You come down to the alley, I take you a free picture. As long as you've signed a model release form and the information, you get a little 3 descriptors, that kind of thing. There is flyers at each of the tables, so you can find my information. We're going to be doing this project through August, so you'll have plenty of time to get there. We put out our notice as early as we can, so that way everyone can make it. And I hope everyone can make it down. Thank you.
Man, it was good. And our last community announcement, did we get any more? Ananga Martin for the Towngate album release party. Oh, all right.
Hello, I'm Ananga Martin, and Michaela, thank you for suggesting this because I never would have done this. But I just made a new record. Well, actually, I recorded it 2 years ago here in Wheeling, all analog to tape with Jay Demko down on Chaplin Street. And the album is finally out on vinyl through Nail City Records label. And this is our beautiful poster made by Natalie Kovacs for the Towngate show. It's this Saturday night at 8 p.m., full band. We got Logan Seidler on drums, Matt Smith, Jay Demko's playing, Adrian Niles is playing, Ella's playing, Ella Jennings. It's gonna be a beautiful night, and I just went and got my first copy of the record from Nail City. This is it, and we're all real proud of it, and we'd love to see your faces at the show. Thanks.
All right, next up, I'll make sure my man was here. We're gonna give an update on from our past winner. So my man from Euphoric Donuts, come on up, let us know how things have gone.
Hey everybody, I'm Cameron and I support the smoothie revolution. No, for those of you who don't know me, I am Cameron Mitchell, the owner of Euphoric Donuts. And the last time I was standing up here on this stage, I was accepting a check for $10,000. And thank you. It was super exciting, surreal moment for me. Some might call it euphoric. But it was a really exciting time for me. And our launch was, shortly after March 10th. And it's been good ever since. We have really good community support. We see a lot of new faces every day, a lot of familiar faces every day. So we're really excited about, the future and everything. So last time I was on the stage, we had a lot of ambitions and goals. And I think I introduced a project that was going to add a drive-thru onto the back of Euphoric Donuts. So as we initially went and delved deeper into that project, we did realize that it would exceed our initial budget. So essentially what we ended up doing was tabling that, and we have plans for some other initiatives that are still in line with our vision of what we wanted to do and provide with the drive-through service. So our initial vision was to provide you guys with convenience and luxury, and we still want to aim for that, but in a different light, something that makes a little more sense. So we have a few exciting things that we're going to try to use that funding for in the technology space, enhancing our online presence and things like that. That's one of the things that we've talked about to make utilization of the funds. So that is my update. We still plan on at some point adding the drive-thru in when it makes more sense. So, thank you guys.
All right. One more time for our community announcement, folks. All right, while we wait for some of the tallying to be done, I'll tell you about a few events coming up from me and the fine folks at the YWCA. Oh, all right. Yeah. We have an event that we do every year under the wise leadership of our former Mayor Glenn Elliott, we were celebrating Juneteenth a full year before the nation started celebrating Juneteenth as a federal holiday. So as a part of that celebration this year, we're doing what is called a Juneteenth soul food cook-off. So what we're doing, we have soul food divided into 6 categories, which are chicken, greens, potato salad, cornbread, sweets, and there's a 6th, but mac and cheese. Thank you, Miss Young. So out of those 6 categories, any individual or agency or group of people or churches can submit what they think is the best recipe for greens or the dish for mac and cheese. And for the event, if you pay $5, you can come in and you'll get tickets to try every dish that's submitted and you will vote. So then finally someone can say, actually, I have the best potato salad in the Valley because it was voted on. And you'll get a medal that says, I have the best potato salad or greens or chicken or whatever in the entire Valley. So that will be June the 17th, 16th, thank you, for the people that hold me down in the audience, at Towngate Theater. And in between our judging and stuff, we have a short film we're going to show, but it's going to be a great event, all part of our weekend-long Juneteenth celebration. You'll find out more stuff about that. So the YWCA Wheeling Heritage, we're all getting together to make something like that happen. And on July the 20th, everyone, including the fine folks at Big Retro Games, we will be having what is our 5th mini-con. And that is for people like myself and my kind who are a little geeky or nerdy, and we like superheroes and comic books and games and art and just wonderful things like that. We have comic book conventions where you all get together, and some of you we can dress up as superheroes. We can do all this great stuff. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please come to Vance Church on Saturday, July 20th, and it will be our 5th mini-con. It's free to get in. We just ask for a donation of your choice. You can see vendors, artists. You can see all this amazing stuff at Vance Church on Saturday, July the 20th at our 5th annual mini-con. And now I thought we would just talk, just get to know each other. We spend a lot of time up here just pitching ideas and eating food. When do we really get to know one another? What we think, our dreams, our fears, our nightmares. Yeah. I, as a young man growing up in Wheeling, I had my share of trials and tribulations. Too many to count right now. One of the things I used to love to do, you ever seen a plastic coat hanger? Well, I'm telling you, we were poor, so I used to play with plastic coat hangers as if they were action figures, and that was all my time. One Christmas, my grandmother bought me a box full of plastic coat hangers. It was a beautiful Christmas for me. Anybody else want to share? Anything else? Growing up? Hey, how those votes coming? Anybody, we ready for those yet? All right, so don't say anything about the plastic coat hanger thing outside of this. It's just for us. Oh, yeah, you had something? Yes. Oh, for the Soul Food Cook-Off, you can check the YWCA's Facebook page, and we have a link to where you can enter what recipe you want to do and everything. Because the way we're setting it up, the people that submit a recipe, they will make sample sizes. So for each station, for like the green station and everything, there will be samples of every individual's dish, so you can try it and vote on it. So you hit the link at either the YWCA's page or our Facebook page. So thank you. That was a great question. Still counting votes? All right. Well, they, help. Come on up. Yeah, man. You got a whole another minute. Great, we got another minute. We got some more alley work. Come on.
I'm helping my man Ron out. There's a lull before the votes come in, so I wanted to talk about a couple more things. One, think about who you were 10 years ago. That's what I'm so excited to capture, 10 years ago versus who you are now. What else, Mama? What? Newsletters. Okay, I meant to talk about Ron. Ron came up to me and talked about how his daughter was in the alley 10 years ago, and now your daughter what? She has her own baby. Another person came up to me and told me that her daughter was in ballerina slippers when she came into the alley. And now, what is that person doing now? A professional ballerina. If that doesn't melt your heart, I don't know what does. So to see that 10 years ago versus 10 years ago now, my son was 3 and tiny in the alley and helping out sign forms and stuff like that, and now he's a teenager. So time flies by. Ron, I hope that helped. It did. Okay.
All right. All right, time is ticking and we're almost ready to announce this winner. And yes? Oh, great question. The question is, which food from the Soul Food Cook-Off am I looking forward to the most? I am looking forward to the greens. My cousin Chad of Stradwick Fade Cave, he makes greens that he says are amazing. I tried them, they were pretty good. But the people at Hangover Barbecue are submitting some greens. There's a lady named Dambino that I know from East Wheeling. She's submitting some greens, so I will finally know, objectively who has the best greens, and it's going to be a wonderful day. All right. All right. Oh, Miss Young, yes. The awards? Oh, I could. All right. This is just to tell you things that are also happening. We have an event called the OVASA Award Ceremony, and OVASA stands for Ohio Valley African American Students Association, and we honor every graduating senior of the entire valley, and we give them academic and scholastic-based awards, sometimes scholarships and plaques. That's all happening on May 23rd. And 9 different high schools are all involved, and we are really pushing for higher education for young folks. But some of the people receiving awards are going to the military, they're going to coal mines and trade schools, so it's all about next level of education with us. Thanks, Michelle. Does anybody have a talent that they want to showcase? Any singers who want to come up, do some karaoke with us? Nobody? All right. You sure? Oh, Jace, you coming? Said to give her thoughts about the election. I can't really do that. Yeah. Election, yeah, we just had an election. It was something. Even though I'm close to 50, I feel like I'm not old enough yet to be happy about the results. We have a correction about the Fido Fest. For those that are interested in the Fido Fest, it is now Saturday, May 18th, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. The times are different now. So if you wanted to be a part of the Fido Fest, remember, it is Saturday, May 18th, Wheeling Park, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. now. So if you have a dog and you like dogs, come on down to that. Votes. How about that food we had today? How was that? It was pretty good. Yeah? What was the stuff on the little bread? What is the prosciutto? What is this? It's pretty good. Oh. my God. Oh. You should come up here and talk about, come on, I'll help you.
Do I just talk into this? Okay. I'm here to talk a little bit more about Fido Fest, which is this Saturday at Wheeling Park. It's sponsored by Wheeling Heritage. It's all free. Whether you have a dog or not, come on out, enjoy dogs. Bring your dog if your dog would like to be with other dogs. There's a costume contest. There's stuff the truck to put some donations for the animal shelter. You might want to bring some money because there'll be food trucks and vendors there with dog supplies. There's all kinds of fun things to do. My favorite is the costume contest. If your dog has a costume, put it on and bring that dog out there. And then Team Zoom Canine Entertainment will be there for a couple of shows. They have dogs trained to do all kinds of amazing tricks. So hope to see you out there. It's at Wheeling Park, near the amphitheater, that area. And if it rains, it'll be inside in the ice rink. Thank you, Ron.
Fantastic. Yeah, because when they showed me that, it definitely is different. There's steps. I don't want you to here again.
Okay, how's everyone doing? All right, we have tallied the votes. It was very close, but there was one winner tonight. Can we have all of our presenters please come to the front of the stage? Oh, can you go down there? Oh, just come up here then, yeah, okay.
Does it matter what side?
No, wherever you want.
Do you have a hat?
Should we do 20 times?
Sure. Even it out. All right, first, let's do a round of applause for all 4 of our presenters. We always say that every single person on this stage is a winner tonight because they got up on the stage, they were vulnerable, they shared their biggest dreams and aspirations for their businesses. So after tonight, please make sure to stop in, say hi, support these businesses through and through. But since there can only be one winner, the winner is the public market. There you go.
When can we get our smoothies? When the streetscape is over.
Do you want to say anything, or are you?
Thank you, everyone, for your support, and thank you to our fellow competitors. It was, everyone was awesome. It was a variety of products and entrepreneurs and businesses. We really appreciate it. Come to the public market, support us, support all local nonprofits, including Wheeling Heritage. And thank you, Wheeling Heritage. Thank you.
All right, we will see you next time. The next show of hands is on September 25th, so mark your calendars now. We look forward to seeing you then. Feel free to hang out for as long as you want. Have a good night.